Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show. Telephone calls at all hours of the day offering you the latest deal or other solicitation are annoying enough. But criminal minds are also trying to steal your personal information through your email account. The province of Saskatchewan has undertaken a series of public and online consultations to discuss the concept of an anti-bullying action plan. Grasslands National Park is going high-tech with the first and only live camera feed in the park focusing on the bison. This is the launch site for a new partnership between Parks Canada and Explore.org. Thanks for joining us here today. Telephone and email scams are on the rise, and you're reminded to protect yourself from fraud. Telephone calls at all hours of the day offering you the latest deal or other solicitation are annoying enough. But criminal minds are also trying to steal your personal information through your email account. SaskTel is alerting customers to practice secure password management, as reports of phishing schemes are on the rise, including recent attempted attacks on SaskTel.net accounts. Phishing emails are generally false claims of emails appearing to be sent from a legitimate business. The intent here by the sender is to acquire your personal information and to use it in a fraudulent manner. And therefore, SaskTel is suggesting that you take a range of precautionary measures.
Maintaining up-to-date antivirus and anti-malware spyware programs. Make sure your operating systems are up to date, and any critical security patches are also applied as soon as they're available. So, and then there's some other things dependent on how you access the internet. If you use Wi-Fi, we strongly recommend that you encrypt your wireless connection using a WPA2 encryption to reduce the likelihood of security or privacy issues.
You're also advised to never give out any personal information. Do not reply to suspicious messages. Do not visit any websites linked from these messages, and delete any suspicious email immediately. If you receive these types of phishing emails, you can report it to abuse@sasktel.net. And if you suspect you've been a victim of fraud, contact your local police service immediately. Southwest TV News is hitting the road with our annual Summer Around the Southwest tour, covering a variety of exciting events across the region. The Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest Tour is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Presented by Standard Motors, in partnership with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. Plan to attend the 6th Annual Mortlach Saskatoon Berry Festival. Enjoy delicious Saskatoon berry pie and other delicacies. Meet local artisans and enjoy an array of entertainment for the whole family, including the pancake breakfast starting at 8 a.m., followed by the parade at 11. Enjoy live music and dancing until midnight. The Mortlach Saskatoon Berry Festival. 4,000 people with purple teeth can't be wrong. Creating an anti-bullying action plan is the focus of a series of meetings across the province. We have more in this report. The province of Saskatchewan has undertaken a series of public and online consultations to discuss the concept of an anti-bullying action plan. The latest of 8 consultations took place at the Swift Current Comp Cafetorium, with concerned parents, students, and other members of the public sitting together in roundtable discussions, targeting the issue of bullying and possible solutions. Saskatoon Fairview MLA Jennifer Campo is the Legislative Secretary to the Minister of Education Anti-Bullying Initiative and attends all of the public consultations. She indicates bullying is more common now than most people realize and the extent of it varies by each community.
Bullying is very different from when I was growing up, right? And we have the social media involved, and kids are plugged in all the time. So it's a different kind of extent, and it's a different it's evolving. So we need to have something to address bullying, because right now there is no consistent policy in place for Saskatchewan.
Bullying is an issue which can take many forms, from verbal comments, physical abuse, to totally ignoring an individual. Issues which are seen in many school divisions, including Chinook.
One of the realities is that it does occur. It is highlighted on occasion. And part of the struggle with bullying is that it's sometimes difficult for people to come forward. Secondly, sometimes it comes forward, but it isn't necessarily bullying. So, it's all a matter of problem solving that. You learn what you live. And so adult role models are a really critical part. We can teach lessons in school. That's only one slice of how we need to get to the end result.
And as community partners across the province await the results from the public consultations, the Chinook School Division already has some measures of its own in place.
We have a number of those, from adults being involved and teachers leading that, to counselors. Chinook School Division would also have youth workers, which is an anomaly, I think, in the province. Service that we provide more on the preventative side of helping kids understand about relationships and building their skill sets.
Results from the consultations will be documented and presented to the Minister of Education in the coming months. Further details on the anti-bullying consultations are available online through the Saskatchewan Ministry of Education. W.W. Smith Insurance has reached a milestone as it celebrates its centennial. Having served Southwest Saskatchewan for the past 100 years, W.W. Smith Insurance is your motor license issuer, while specializing in all of your personal and commercial needs, including home, auto, agro, business, and life insurance. W.W. Smith Insurance, independently owned and operated since 1913. Plan to attend the 6th Annual Mortlach Saskatoon Berry Festival. Enjoy delicious Saskatoon berry pie and other delicacies. Meet local artisans and enjoy an array of entertainment for the whole family, including the pancake breakfast starting at 8 a.m., followed by the parade at 11. Enjoy live music and dancing until midnight. The Mortlach Saskatoon Berry Festival. 4,000 people with purple teeth can't be wrong.
Our company helps tell your story and provides you with the solution on how to market your business. Because making a great video is only half the equation. You have to know how to use it.
We have done a major.
The town of Shaunavon is a growing community in Southwest Saskatchewan, and with growth comes opportunity. David and Aimee Lemay have lived in Shaunavon since 2009 and are one example of entrepreneurs taking advantage of the growing markets in Saskatchewan. After recognizing the increase of residential development over the years, the market for another plumbing shop in town came to mind. In 2012, they opened up their own business, Magnum Plumbing Heating, with the help of David's father, Paul. Paul is the company's journeyman and was a crucial addition to the team in order for the business to become a reality. Co-owner Aimee Lemay explains the role of each team member.
The plumbing trade is a compulsory trade, so there has to be a journeyman in the picture. David was a benefit because we know the area, we know the people. Coming from a small plumbing shop, he did a little bit of everything. Myself, I worked at the credit union, so I had the financial. I went to school for my office education, so I was able to kind of tackle this part of it so they don't have to worry about it and they can worry about the work out in the field.
Starting a new business can be challenging for any new entrepreneur. Selecting the right market, dealing with competitors, and getting the necessary funding are some of the hurdles faced by a new business owner. Lemay outlines how they address their financial concerns.
I approached the credit union just kind of in the thoughts phase. And one of the lenders had said, well, you probably would have better luck with Community Futures because that's what they're all about. Going to them and learning about how they help, and it was kind of just a given, going to them first with the business plan and having their support. And I like that they not only are there for the financial support, but they're there for the moral support.
Along with the financial challenges, there are also other factors to consider. Giving up a steady paycheck in order to start a business is a tough decision and adds stress when you have a growing family. With the Lemays raising 3 children, they were unsure of how the community would respond to their business. However, Lemay says the community support came through in the end.
We actually were over what we expected. We never anticipated being as busy as we are, which is great. We couldn't have a better community, a better supporting community.
Thanks to Community Futures Southwest, success stories such as Magnum Plumbing and Heating are becoming more common across the region. Community Futures Southwest helps business owners with financing and business training, making dreams become a reality. Contact their office today. Live webcams are now in place at Grasslands National Park, introducing the world to the Plains bison. Grasslands National Park is going high-tech with the first and only live camera feed in the park focusing on the bison. This is the launch site for a new partnership between Parks Canada and Explore.org, a California-based philanthropic multimedia company which already has over 50 similar partnerships worldwide.
The live cams that you're looking at is a new concept that we call Pearls of the Planet. And what Pearls of the Planet do is it basically just create little portholes into these really special, pristine places that allow viewers to fall in love with the world again just by observing it, to get connected to nature, and to use nature as healing. And so what you're looking at right now has been a series, what we've been doing is setting up a series of partnerships with some outstanding stewards of nature, hence Parks Canada, to kind of work with them to champion the environment and allow people to see this beautiful world that most people won't have the opportunity to get to.
2 live web cameras are set up at Grasslands National Park, one spotlighting the bison watering hole and a second showcasing a prairie dog colony, all offering 24-hour coverage of wildlife at the park, and an overall investment covered by Explore.org.
We're basically promoting some of the parks in Canada, and not only do we cover the expenses, we usually do a philanthropic grant or two to help with some educational outreach or other issues.
A project which is beneficial to all parties from an educational and tourism standpoint for audiences worldwide.
Creating awareness about how endangered the native prairie, mixed grass prairie is in North America and Saskatchewan. Only about 19% of the mixed grass prairie is remaining. And of that, there's very few areas that are contiguous blocks of prairie, so a lot of that 19% is fragmented. So Grasslands National Park provides an opportunity to provide a continuous block of native prairie in the park, but in the surrounding area in Montana and Saskatchewan, there's a fair amount of native prairie left.
In the coming months, additional webcams will be introduced through the 44 sites within the Canada Park system. Coverage of Grasslands National Park can be viewed at Explore.org. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.